This is the most powerful Cadillac ever. 668 horsepower and 894 Newton meters of torque. Well, 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds. Really powerful. And it belongs to an elite class of cars. I'm talking the CTS-V, the Camaro ZL1, the Corvettes, the 7th generation, and of course the Dodge Hellcat SRT. The V8 supercharged engine makes this the most powerful Cadillac ever with the 668 horsepower. So it's the most powerful Cadillac, and what else? I would say the best handling Cadillac so far. Well, it's, for instance, it has what they call the fastest responsive suspensions in the world. And I have not a moment to doubt it, because the responsiveness of this car in curves, corners and straight roads is amazing. The way it's there with you beck and call. The way it accelerates, the quick response that you find, the willingness to turn, the agility, amazing. So the suspensions and the braking system. I mean, the braking, it's almost like you're on track. This again is the first Cadillac with carbon ceramic braking, 398 millimeters. They are huge. Now, what else is sporty sedany about this car? Plenty of carbon fiber. It's there on the dash trims, on the door trims, and all over the back of the front seats. Well, just because it's a Cadillac, they've not gone ahead and overdone it. They've just done the right measure. And the suede feeling of the steering, well, it's really sporty, and the leather, the materials used in this car, all amazing stuff, demanding all the hundreds of thousands you're about to spend when you fall in love with this car. The stitching is great, and that's what all this makes this car not just a supercar, but a super luxury car. Now, if this isn't a supercar, what else is? Hear that? A super sounding luxury car. You would normally expect such a car to be of a manual drive, and yes, this is available in a 6-speed manual transmission with all the pleasure for an enthusiast loaded generously. But the car that I'm driving is a 10-speed automatic transmission, and I'm nonetheless exciting for it. Guaranteed. Well, as usual, there are driving modes, different driving modes. You have the Tour, Sport and the Track. And with every change, well, you can actually see the drive modes change. It changes all the character of this car. The steering, the suspension, the engine and the shift of gear, the brake feel, the engine sound. Everything keeps changing. So you've got many cars in one, as you normally would expect from of a modern luxury car. Now, this is a mode where the performance controls, I mean, the electronic controls are minimal. The electronic stability control will be turned off. The traction control is off, and so you are really equipped for your performance track mode. And naturally, you can feel the jolt. Then it becomes a pure track car. Right. So is there something that should stop you from buying this car? Well, the low stance, for instance. I mean, if you're too quick on the bumps, or if you're not mindful of those parking lot stoppers, well, you're done. Because the low bumpers in the front and the rear with the carbon fiber, they're very expensive and very vulnerable when to scratches or dents or whatever, because this car keeps a very low profile with very little ground clearance. And another thing, if that doesn't deter you, what about a 4.4 kilometer fuel economy? Now, well, that's what I find here. My predecessors who drove this car have driven this for the last 7,000 kilometers, but have heart. Well, I have another 100 kilometers behind me that shows 11.3 as its best, and more than 7 kilometers, 7.7 kilometers average fuel economy. No, that's not bad. How did I achieve it? Because there is an active cylinder management technology to this car. It's a V8, but then you can see that sometimes it can just make do with a V4. So 4 cylinders get switched off, saving a bit of fuel here and there. But then the 7,000 kilometers that went by that me and my fellow test drivers have clocked, well, they show how really this car ought to be driven, or you just can't help it. Now, is the price a deterrent? I don't think so, because the new Cadillac V-series begins at 220,000. That's a CT4, and this one starts at a decent 312,000. Now, the test car that I'm driving, with all the carbon fiber and the spoilers and the driver assistance features, including the blind spot monitor, the advanced cruise control and the likes, well, of course, would cost a bit more. But, well, this is, after all, the most powerful Cadillac ever.